am I so red? We'll probably go away. Weird. All right. Anyways, boys, welcome back. Season 1, Episode 3, Match Day 23. Welcome back, little bald boys. It's the Big Bald Boy, bringing you a week of Premier League games. I'm gonna break them down for you, let you know what happened, the good and the bad. Let's get right into it with some scores. Start off the week, we had Everton versus This game ended 2-2. Surprisingly, Everton pulled back that draw after Richarlison scored 2 against his former club. We've been saying Richarlison's name a lot on the show recently. He's in a great run of form. I guess we'll talk about it when it ends too. But for now, he keeps on scoring. Next game, Brighton bounces back with a 4-1 win against Palace. Pretty solid win there. Burnley versus Fulham. This was the battle of the lone strikers from Chelsea. Armando Broja, the backup striker at Chelsea, just got loaned to Fulham. David Fofana, who started the first half of the season on loan in Germany, I believe at Union Berlin, got recalled and then sent to Burnley. He actually had a great game. Fofana had both goals to draw against Fulham, which was, pretty impressive. Aston Villa, with a big bounce back game, scored 5 against Sheffield, who have been all but relegated this season, I think. Bournemouth tied Nottingham Forest 1-1. Callum Hudson-Odoi had a goal. Newcastle versus Luton with a 4-4 draw. I think this shows that Luton have found their feet scoring, and they need to keep that up if they want to stay in the Prem. Man United beat mid-table team West Ham 3-0. With that, we're gonna pop into our 3 points for game week 23. I don't know what it was about this game week, but it made me say some controversial things, so feel free to air out your grievances in the comments below. Let me know what I said and did wrong this week. Point number 1, Man United have entered the top 4 race in my mind. Okay, Man United are sitting on 38 points. They are 6 points back from Tottenham Hotspur, 8 points back of Aston Villa. For some reason, I think they are coming back. They've found their feet scoring. They kept a clean sheet against West Ham, although I will say they did lose Lisandro Martinez. I think he's out for another 3 months. That'll be another big loss as he is one of their best center backs. They play against Aston Villa. That could be a huge game for the next week. Definitely a contender for one to watch for match day 24. Man United can beat Aston Villa. That could be a 6-point swing onto that 4th place spot. Could help them bridge the gap closer to Spurs. Point number 2. Listen, this one's gonna be bad. I don't really know what to say about this. I do mean this. I think this is one of my hottest takes for the season. Point number 2, Chelsea will finish higher in the table than Newcastle. I'm so sorry, but I swear, none of this is backed up by facts or anything. Even as I wrote down my reasoning behind this, everything points the other direction. Chelsea are the unluckiest team this year. Saw it against Wolves. 2 deflected goals to go in and put them behind. I swear nothing can go right for this Chelsea team. We are 2 points behind Newcastle right now, which is surprising considering the season we thought Newcastle were having and the season that we know Chelsea are having. Newcastle also just got Harvey Barnes back from injury. I am a big fan of Harvey Barnes. They signed from Leicester City. Plays left wing, and he got a goal in their game this week against Luton in the 4-4 draw. Everything seems to be on the up and up for Newcastle right now. I'm not 100% sure why I feel this way. My prediction, I think Chelsea will finish in like 9th, and Newcastle finish in 10th. We'll see. And point number 3 for this week is that the title race is blown wide open. Guys, the past 2 episodes, we've shouted out Man City as title contenders. We've shouted out Liverpool as title contenders. And then this week in the game to watch, Liverpool versus Arsenal. 3-1, Arsenal wins it quite convincingly. They looked very good out there. Liverpool almost had no answer to anything. The only goal they did score was an own goal. Didn't show anything that we saw in that game versus Chelsea. Liverpool is sitting on top still with 51 points. Man City and Arsenal are tied for 2nd on 49 points. Like I said last week, City does have that extra game in hand from, I believe it was, City was playing in the Club World Cup, so they couldn't play in that game. But that's something to note. If we just assume that City would win that game, they'd be on 52 points, putting them in 1st place above Liverpool. We'll see what happens when Mo Salah comes back. I think we need to see a little bit more from Liverpool I was super high on them this week just because they destroyed Chelsea. Arsenal made a huge statement win with that win against Liverpool. We'll see how the end of the year starts to wrap up. Awards for this week. Game of the week goes to Arsenal versus Liverpool, as I just mentioned. Fantastic game to watch, even though I'm not the biggest Arsenal fan. Player of the week, I have a couple shout outs here. I want to say Richarlison, 2-goal performance. Alejandro Garnacho, 2-goal performance. Player of the week comes down to 2 players. It could either be Phil Foden or it could either be Matheus Cunha. Both of the players scored a hat trick this week. I'm going to give it to Phil Foden. Matheus Cunha, credit for the hat trick this week, but it was against Chelsea. 2 deflected goals, unlucky. Credit for getting there into those positions and scoring those goals. If you watch the 3 goals that Phil Foden scored, he did a lot more technically to score those goals. So I'm going to give it to Phil Foden this week. Definitely not Alisson, who may have been at fault for all 3 of Arsenal's goals. Looking forward to match day 24, one to watch. I'm going to say Villa versus United. This is definitely a game to watch if you're interested in the top 4 race. Man United coming at Villa in form. Rasmus Højlund's on fire. Garnacho's on fire. A couple back from injuries. They got Casemiro back. Aston Villa's in form with the 5-0 win. Ollie Watkins, first player in the Premier League this season to have 10 plus goals and 10 plus assists, 20 plus goal involvements for him. That's a fantastic season he's putting together, and there's still many games to go. Peek at the fantasy squad. I actually went absolutely crazy this week. I put up 90 points. 90 points this week. Notable players from this week. Captain Saka put up 18 points. Ollie Watkins put up 18 points. Matheus Cunha with 17 points, Trippier with 9, and Cole Palmer with 8. This week I got rid of Jared Bowen, a fantastic player this entire season. West Ham's just finding a rough spot, finding it hard for him to score. He's been playing a lot of striker recently. I think he's more of a winger, so maybe when Mikel Antonio comes back to West Ham, he can push himself back out wide and maybe those goals will start coming again. But for now, I subbed out Jared Bowen and brought in Phil Foden. Welcome to the club, Phil. Please get another hat trick. That is it for this week. Match 23. Thanks for stopping by. I'm the Bald Boy. We'll see you next week for match week 24. See you.